Carol. Can you
There
hear
we
me?
go.
Okay.
I had a hard time getting in.
No problem.
Just kind of in the day.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to turn the sound up, though.
Yeah, my sound might be a little low this time because I have had just such headaches with my mics. I'm actually using the built-in mic that is in these earbuds.
Oh, okay.
Which is like really pretty crappy quality. But I've had the last 2 recordings I did, including last week, and the recording I did, it was not streaming. It was just recording of my Pastel Live demo.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
Just like, worldwide, pressure. I had such horrible static and choppiness in my audio from my mic.
Uh-huh.
And my son and I still can't figure out what the problem is. So I tested it, and it's the mic. It's not like the settings I had in here. I thought maybe it was some of these filters. I tested it today with no filters, and it was still staticking. But it wasn't consistent. It was like, if I just stood right here and was very still and didn't move around or turn or do anything like this, it sounded fine. But that doesn't explain why there are even some parts where in the previous video, I was just working at my easel, talking, and it was still, I had some parts that were just chopped out completely, and I don't know why. It's just...
Was it the internet connection, maybe?
No, because that recording that I did for Pastel Live it wasn't streaming. It was just recording here on my computer.
Okay.
So I don't know if it has to do with it's this thing that's, I can unplug actually because I'm not using it right now. This is a wireless USB, and that's what my other microphone was using.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's this thing. I don't know why it started being choppy last week when it had been fine previously. And so I don't know.
So I bet you were panicked, weren't you?
I'm just fed up. Well, I'll tell you my sob story. The beginning of it was unrelated as far as I know. When I got on to record, it was last Friday, and I was here. I was recording my demo. I was got myself all psyched up. Well, I posted that. I posted kind of about that in the invitation to this tonight's VOS. I kind of posted a little bit about that, but I was all set up, and I recorded the entire thing, and only this scene had sound. This scene did not have sound. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you fine tonight.
Just making sure. Oh, I have I want to reset up this a little bit. Hold on.
Okay.
Enable preview.
No problem.
I had this set up for my other thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't need this quite so.
Here you go.
Put that there where it usually is. Match up this size. Kind of like that, sort of. Anyway.
I like your haircut.
Oh yeah, it's not different. I just have it behind my ears so that this microphone.
Okay.
Janine, I was telling her that I've had such horrible microphone problems lately this last week that I'm actually using the built-in microphone in these earbuds. So if I sound a little muffled or different, that's probably why. This is not a very good quality microphone. But you can hear me though, right? And at least I'm not staticky or chopping or dropping words. If you hear any static happening, just let me know. Yeah, that was really annoying. If this,
last week I went and looked at that woman that you were talking about, the artist, and I'm not prejudiced, but yours is so much better. I love your paintings. Hers didn't appeal to me.
Well, that's the nice thing about art is that there's such a variety of styles and techniques and ways of doing things.
Yeah, I know.
There's some artwork of other people's artwork. I won't name any names. That I can take or leave, and they're pretty famous, you know. So we all have our own particular likes and dislikes. But thank you, Carol, for liking my work so much.
Well, it's really beautiful, and I love Richard McKinley, and there's a number of artists that I really love.
I don't know. I like hers. I think the more time I spend as an artist, and the more experience that I get, then I see what else is out there that I'm not familiar with, or that I don't have the ability to do, and that becomes more attractive to me, I guess.
Okay.
And I've always been drawn to Impressionism, always.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Her work is just like that perfect Impressionism that, I mean, even more so than Monet. And
really,
hers is even more atmospheric. And
yeah,
a lot of it is, parts are unrecognizable, but the whole thing, the paintings as a whole, I mean, you can look at it and you can see that it's, that's a lake at dusk with, some light coming from behind these clouds, or there's a tree right there, but nothing is firmly defined.
Right.
And I just love how she does it. I don't know how she does it, but I'm still more into that. I want to get those details in. I want to clarify, and so I'm trying to learn how not to clarify and still get across what I want to say. Anyway,
I really enjoyed her work very much. I don't think you can compare. Your work is so different than her work. I love your work. Absolutely. And I really appreciate her work too for that atmospheric quality. I thought it was lovely.
Yeah. And even how Richard McKinley said in his gallery walkthrough, he mentioned at one point when he was talking about all this kind of stuff, that someday, he was talking to the crowd, he was saying, someday you too might appreciate Rothko. And I'm actually putting from last week's VOS, where I was doing some of those landscapes, that I'm actually putting a couple little Rothko pictures in there. The part where I was talking about how she was talking about her influences, and when I was younger, I was just like, oh, it's blocks of color, huge patches of rectangular color masses, and I'd be like, I don't get it. But working with color so much, the more you work with color and learn how it interacts, the more you can appreciate that kind. I know that modern art, from the 50s and 60s and 70s, but a lot of those artists were at the forefront of that. Like, nobody had ever done that sort of thing before, and put it in a museum and hung it on a wall for people to, but there's something to it, it's like just that pure color interaction.
The layering was very interesting. I love the way your work captures the light and is so detailed. And then I liked her work a lot too, because it was so atmospheric and mysterious looking, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah, me too.
I've been taking a class for the past 20 years with Chuck Sarasso, and I know I told you that. His instructor was Henry Henry, who studied under, I believe, Monet.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm coming at it from that area, and you never know I was in it for 20 years, but yeah, I have been.
Yeah, the Hench movement was huge. A lot of artists I've heard mention him. And wasn't he the one that did the blank faces, like the figure in the landscape, outdoor in the sunlight?
No,
and
I haven't seen those, believe it or not. Yeah, his definitely was more about light, and then a lot of layering, and then a lot of color interaction, but in an organized way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love Impressionism.
Now I got to get my brain back to my roots, so to speak, here, and think about how to do this puppy's caricature. I'll have some more commissions coming up now. Now that I think that I'm done with that Pastel Live video. I was telling Carol a little bit about my technical difficulties with that. Oh.
I saw the email. It sounded frustrating.
I had to dub in my voice through, I think, more than 30 little sections of audio that were staticky or choppy or both. And, you know, it's only a little bit of a relief to know after I came down here this afternoon and tested my microphones here, I discovered that it was not my filters. It was none of the filters. So I'm like, well, there's probably nothing I could have done about it anyway. I tried them both. I have a Bluetooth microphone, and then I have a wireless USB microphone. And both of them, one was much statikier than the other, but they were both doing the same thing, even without any filters on them.
I'm so sorry.
This was my last resort. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I brought my headset in that I had in my computer in the house, but I don't have a microphone jack for this laptop, only a speaker jack. So I couldn't have used it down here. And, you know, I was going to do the VOS inside because I've done caricatures in there before, just leaning something up on my desk and clamping my phone over here. But my OBS is not being reliable on that computer now because of like my son said, it's the AMD graphics card. It's crashing. It's like overloading with that or something. So not only did I ordered a whole new setup for this computer to replace this, I also ordered a new graphics card for the desktop. So those come. I mean, I don't know. I'll try all the microphones again in here with the new setup, just to see if maybe it was some kind of thing that I don't know, computer thing. I don't know. My son says that he's just like, that's what you get with the wireless. Sometimes you can't control like the interference from like microwaves or, you know, stuff going on that runs interference with the wireless. I don't know. God. But man, if I have to do a wired microphone out here, I won't be able to go walking around the other side of my room. You know,
this worked perfectly tonight. It did.
Well, that's good. That's good. Maybe these aren't so bad. I don't know. I was listening to them earlier, and it just sounds kind of muffled and really like poor quality sound.
On our side, it sounds fine.
Well, that's good. That's good. Maybe I'll have the Zoom recording, and I'll have my recording. And, you know, honestly, that saved me last week, too, because I used the Zoom recording audio. The last week, I had that same problem with this scene not having sound on it. So I had to use the Zoom recording. And even in the Zoom recording, though, on that one that I'm editing right now, I have some choppy bits. And I don't know. Maybe it's the graphics card not... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's in the computer. Maybe it's not even in the recording. Who knows? There's so many things I don't know. It gets so... Oh.
It seems like I recall last week on my side, there might have been a tiny bit of buffering. Well, that's my computer, but
delay.
I don't know.
I think
the delay.
I noticed a delay. Yeah.
Okay. Might affect the audio too.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Tonight was great.
Yes. Good. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. So once I can like take a breath and realize like I think that I've passed the hump here with the bump that I just sent, like I dubbed in all of my audio, the missing audio parts. And the lady that I talked to from the Pastel Live, they're so nice there. The people that are like putting it all together behind the scenes. She told me that, you know, I'm perfectly welcome to edit the whole thing myself, or I can just send the whole thing as is into them, and their editing department will handle it because they're She said they're actually perfectly accepting, they're prepared and they expected to edit everybody's video for this thing just automatically. And so I don't know how many artists like me, they're control freaks that they want to edit their own video. But I mean, I had to dub in those missing parts anyway. There's no way they could have like filled in this missing audio of my voice. So I did that. And so instead of having to go through and try to match the sound, because the sound was different from out here to in there. So instead of trying to match that sound myself, I just set I said, does he use Premiere Pro? And she says, I think so, but let me get back to you. And she said, yes, he uses that, probably among other things. So I'm just glad to have that off my plate. I think I'll be able to breathe when I can see that video like completed in the file, like they use Google Drive to upload stuff. And when I can see that finished video in there that they've finished and be able to watch it, I'll be like, okay.
That's cool.
So for the rest of this month, what I really want to do is I want to catch up with all of my commissions. I want to get those donkeys done. Actually, those are not due now until August 8th.
Oh, good.
But I have a couple other little pencil portraits and another pastel pet, which I might do next week. Assuming I still have, assuming this doesn't sound too bad and I've experienced no glitches through this microphone, I might have to use this again till I get this whole setup, because I don't know what that microphone problem is. But if I can do that, then I'll do that. I'll do that pet portrait next week. I'll have that done. And if I can get all the rest of my commissions done this month, am I halfway through the month?
Yeah.
It's only the 13th. Oh, it's only the 13th. I got 2 more days till halfway through the month. Hey. Then I really think that I might want to try for a 31 and 31 for August. Or at the very least, a 21 and 31. I know there's Pastel Live in there too, which I really want to participate in and be at the little free parts, because I think that'll be really cool. But maybe I could do, because I know that most of this month so far, I've not been posting much. I haven't been posting hardly anything at all on social media. I haven't been painting anything except what I'm doing here. So I really need to get back in the groove, start doing some stuff.
I thought you'd had quite a few posts on Instagram.
Yeah, mostly the Pastel Live stuff. And I put a photo of I worked at my gallery, and so I rearranged my wall. Yeah. I put that photo on there.
Uh-huh.
Just the incidental things like that I've posted about. I have no new paintings.
Okay.
And the thing is, I do have, I can finish that one. I can actually post that bunny. I never posted this bunny. This was a demo a month ago or more. I don't know if I actually posted this or not, because I was waiting for them to tell me if they were going to. Is this new to you?
It is. To me, it's new to me.
Yeah, so I've got stuff sitting around here that hasn't been posted. Mostly
That's
this.
gorgeous.
And
is it an 8x8?
It's 6x8. It's 6x8. I have a 10x10. Hold on a minute. This. I'm pretty sure I posted this because I think this one has been on auction. But that one,
cute.
That's getting kind of old now. It's not even.
Is that an 8x8 or that's a 10x10?
It's a 10x10. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah. I have to do an 8x8 because some 8x8s. So anyway, thank you all for coming. Wow, it's I get to actually go in and relax a little bit before I have to shower and go to bed.
Good idea. Good idea. Sounds like it. So relax.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Oh, one more thing.
Paint along.
One more thing. Saturday is paint along. Yeah. Since I don't have my Australian friend on here anymore for the 7 p.m., I can have these anytime.
What happened to Winsome?
So she just said she had some other stuff going on that she couldn't make these days anymore.
Okay.
So maybe sometime in the future, but what I was going to put out a little survey again to my muses to find out what time and maybe what day, I could do Tuesday again, or maybe I could do Thursday or Wednesday, and pretty much any time of the day. So I wanted to put out a few choices and see what people think, because it's wonderful to have you ladies on, but it sure would be nice to have like a few more.
Yes.
To, round things out.
Unfortunately, I work, so this time is the time I can do.
Okay.
So, and I know that, you were kind of alternating before, which is, that's fine, because I know not everybody wants this time. So however it works.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't work.
Well, I've kind of gotten used to the 7 p.m.s myself now.
Me too.
It lets me pretty much, it's like I have that whole day. My day is not interrupted. And this is just right there at the end of my day. Yeah. So it's kind of nice.
Well, Monday's the only night I have photography meetings on Monday nights.
Oh, nice.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if it helps other people, it's open for me.
Yeah.
It's fine with me too.
Okay.
Whenever.
Keep that in mind. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
See
Good
ya.
night.
See
Bye.
you Saturday, hopefully. Bye.